studied about different types of bank accounts. In that different types of bank accounts, first one you know about the saving bank account. So saving bank account, it is helpful for the salary person, means monthly where they get income, fixed income for them. Such saving bank account or SB account are helpful. Understood? For pensionaries, for students, for senior citizens, this account is helpful. Next is current account. So this current account, it is helpful for the businessmen. Understood? Businessmen where they sell their large amount of things to one or more than one person. So here what happens? Daily number of transactions take place, that is withdrawing and depositing of money. In one day, many number of transactions take place. So for these transactions, the bank, they won't charge any charges. Understood? Here they can deposit how much money. No limit is there for depositing of money. How much they want, they can deposit in the bank based on their business. So this current account, it is helpful for the businessmen. See here, current account is opened by businessmen who have a large number of regular transactions with the bank. But the transactions, how they should be? They should be regular. Means daily transactions should be going on. It includes deposits, withdrawals and contra transactions. Depositing the money, withdrawing the money. Contra transactions is from one place to another place, they can transact the money or directly they can withdraw the money. In current account, amount can be deposited or withdrawn any number of times in a day. Understood? In a day, any number of transactions can you do. It might be 10, 20, 30 based on a business. Generally, banks do not give any interest on these deposits but collect service charges on bank charges on such account. Understood? So for current accounts, whatever money they deposit, the money which has been deposited in the current account, for that the bank does not give any interest. But for SB account, it is not like that. They give interest. For current account, they don't give any interest. But instead, they charge the money to the man who has deposited for keeping the money. So this is about current account. Next is recurring deposit account. These deposit accounts are generally opened for a purpose to be saved for a future date. For future requirements, deposits are made regularly on monthly basis for the purposes of wedding, expenses of children, to buy costly items like land, car, etc. After the period is over, the total amount is repaid with the interest. Understood? So here say recurring. The name itself tells. Recurring means monthly. You have to pay money to this account. You have to deposit so much money to account. The amount is fixed and for so much particular period. Understood? So much means a long period will be there, where monthly you have to go and deposit money. Understood? Regularly you have to go and deposit money. Where you go and deposit money, a large amount is collected, and this amount is helpful for any big things like buying land, buying car, or for wedding purposes or anything. Next is term or fixed deposit account. Understood? Term means a particular term is there, means for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. A fixed particular term is there where you can, for that much term only, have to deposit the money. See, this type of account is opened for a fixed period by depositing a particular sum of money. Understood? Some directly have to pay. Now 50,000 I am depositing in the bank. Understood? In term deposit, if I am depositing, I keep it for 2 years. At the time I should not pay monthly money here. I did not pay the money monthly. I have to deposit the money directly for a long period, or how much period I want. For that much period I have to pay. Understood? So this kind of account is known as term deposit account. And after the maturity of that date, after that term, I receive money or I get money back with interest. So here this type of account is opened for a fixed period by depositing a particular sum of money. The term of the deposit may be a month, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years or 10 years. Understood? A fixed period is there. Understood? So that is known as term deposit account. expiry of the term. The rate of interest is more depending upon the term in this deposit account. So see, before the date of the maturity, whatever they have specified, you can't withdraw the money. And the rate of interest, if I keep it for 1 year, I will get less interest. If I keep it for 2 years, I will get little bit more. If I keep it for 5 years, 10 years, I will get little bit more interest. Understood? So these are the different types of bank accounts. Next, procedures to open a bank account. So see here, how you can open a bank account. Nowadays, banks have emerged as important financial institutions. Banks provide a safe environment and help to manage financial transactions. Understood? So banks are what? They are financial institutions. They help their customers to manage the finance. To avail professional banking service, it is mandatory for every individual to open a bank account. Opening an account is not a difficult task. It takes 7 steps to open a bank account. They are, so here, if I want to open an account or if I want to deposit money, directly I can't go and deposit money. For that, what I have to do? I have to go and open an account. So how should I open an account? It has main 7 steps. If I follow those steps, I can open an account. So what are those steps here? First one is decide the type of account which you want to open. So here already you have studied about the 4 different types of account. In that, which kind of account you want to open? First you have to decide that. Either saving bank account, current account, or recurring deposit account or term deposit account. Which kind of account I want to open? There are several types of bank accounts such as saving bank account, current account, recurring deposit account and fixed deposit or term deposit account. Decide which type of account you want to open in the bank. Understood? Next, second one is approach the bank of your choice and meet its office. So many banks are there. Understood? State banks are there, cooperative banks are there, many banks are there, plenty banks are there. So in that, which bank I want to open an account? First I have to decide that. Understood? So which bank, after deciding that bank, I have to go and meet in the office. Once you have decided to open a particular type of account, approach the bank officer and inform him about your wish to open the account. The bank officer will give you required forms and instructions. Understood? So see here, if you want to open an account in the bank, you should go and meet its officer. If you tell him that I want to open an account, he will give you suggestions what all you have to do. At that time, whatever he says, according to that you have to do all the things. Whatever instructions he gives, according to that you have to do. At that time, what will happen? Your account will be opened. Third one is here, fill up the bank account form or proposal form. So the bank, they will give you a form. You have to fill that form. It is also known as proposal form. Like your name, address, your phone number, from where you are, your Aadhaar card number and all. Whatever formalities are there, that all you have to fill. Fill up these forms in all respects such as your name, address, occupation and other details in the spaces provided. Make 2 or 3 specimen signatures on the specimen signature card. This signature should not be changed. If the account is to be opened in joint names, then the form must be signed jointly and specimen signature should be given in separate specimen signature cards. Nowadays, the bank insists on submitting the passport size photographs or for the purpose of identification, submit them. Now, submitting self-attested copy of Aadhaar card is mandatory. Understood? So, here, the bank what it does? A proposal form they give you. So, after filling that proposal form, they also ask you to do the signature. So, specimen signature means whatever your individual signature is there, that only signature you should do that. And whatever the bank forms you fill or whatever checks you sign, that same signature should be there. You should not change your signature. In case if you want to open joint account means not individual account, joint account. If anybody, another person I want to take, at that time I have to two specimen signature cards they will give. That time the person who is there, another person in the joint account, he also has to do the signature there. Nowadays the banks, what they are taking passport size photos and they stick it to your passport, which are the bank use where the transactions and all are written. So it sticks there also, and also that on that form, so that easily they can recognize you. Next here, give reference for opening your bank account. Banks normally require reference or introduction of the prospective account holder by any of the existing account holder to some respectable person. The introducer introduces the prospective account holder by signing his specimen signature in the column meant for it. This reference or introduction is required to safeguard the interest of the bank. You see here, if I am opening account in the bank, I should take a reference. Understood? Reference of some any other person who has already an account in that bank. At that time I can easily open the account in the bank. So I should take the help of the other person who has already account in that bank. Understood? If I don't take help of the person, at least I should take the help of some other person who is a recognizable person in that place. Recognizable is a respectable person in that place. With that help I can open an account in the bank, and also his signatures are required. The person who helps for the reference, his signature also are there where the column is given for him. For the specific signature where the column is there he has also to sign. Next, submit the bank account for duly filled in all respects and along with required documents, that is address proof, PAN card, Aadhaar card, photographs, etc. Duly filled means properly you have to write. Understood? If you do any mistake, you have to cancel, or one thing you take, or another thing you don't take, like that you should not do. Whatever things they ask for, that all things you have to fill and give properly. And what are things are required? Like address proof, PAN card, Aadhaar card, photograph, whatever they ask you to bring, you should take it and submit. Next, sixth one, the officer will verify all the particulars submitted. He checks whether the form is filled completely in all respects and the other documents. If he is satisfied, then he clears the proposal form. So the officer who is there in the bank, he checks whatever form you have given, you have filled that all. He checks whether everything has been correctly mentioned or not, a photograph, a Aadhaar card and all. If he is satisfied, if everything is clear, at that time he will give you a permission to open the account. Next, last one is initial deposit. After getting the proposal form cleared, the initial amount is deposited in the bank through challan. Understood? So I open an account in the bank. Understood? After opening account, what I do? I will deposit some money in the bank. Understood? So when I deposit the money directly, they don't take, they take it through challan. Then the bank issues a passbook, a checkbook and a pay-in slip. Understood? A passbook will be there, a checkbook will be there and a pay-in slip. Understood? Your parents, you go and ask your parents. They will show you all things. Checkbook will be there, passbook will be there and pay-in slip will be there, where all the information of the account will be given. So pay-in slip book in case of saving accounts. If SP account is there, saving bank account is there, they give you pay-in slip. In case of term deposit or fixed deposit, a separate form has to be filled in and fixed deposit receipt is issued. In the case of current account, a checkbook is issued. So here, if you want to open a term deposit account and recurring deposit account, at that time what they give you one more slip to fill. At that time you have to fill that slip and give, and for that they give you one more slip where they mention that so much amount you have deposited, so much is the maturity date, after this much date you get the money and all they mention. And if current account is there, they give you checkbook and also passbook. Understood? Checkbook they give you. For recurring deposit account, account passbook and paying slip books are issued. Understood? For recurring deposit account, what they give? They give you paying slip and passbook. So these are the things, or it's a procedure to open a bank account. Next is advantages of opening bank account. So see, what are the advantages? You all know there are many advantages where we can safely keep our money in a safe custody. See here, many times they have asked this question also. Advantages they have asked for procedure. They have asked differences regarding different types of bank accounts, relationship, functions, characteristics. So everything is important in banking transactions. Bank accounts here advantages. Bank account facilitates safe custody of money. So see here, your money, whatever you deposit, they are kept in a safe custody. A bank account helps in making payments. See here, if I am giving payment to some 4 or 5 people, I directly don't give money to them. Through bank I can deposit and I can pay them that money. Next, bank account helps in collection of money. Collection of money. If I am a businessman, if many people are there who are purchasing things from me, at that time those all people they can deposit in one account. They can pay me by depositing in my account. So here what happens? There is collection of money. Next, bank advance account holders get advances and loans. Understood? The person who wants to borrow money, at that time bank what it does? It gives loans. Bank account helps in smooth financial transactions. Here there is nothing risky, fearlessly and smoothly. The work goes on smoothly. Transaction goes on smoothly. You can't do in hurry burry and where the money is wasted or anything. Risk is not there. Bank account holders can get safe deposit locker facility. Understood? So the bank, what they do? They also have lockers where you can keep your valuable things in that locker by hiring the locker. So here this lesson, that is banking transaction, is being completed. Understood? I hope you have understood this lesson. Now see here, fill in the blanks. The word bank has been derived from the French word banque, B-N-Q-U-E, bank. The banker's bank is, second one, the banker's bank is RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. Third one, an example for nationalized bank is State Bank of India. Fourth one, the national savings certificates are issued by Postal Bank of India. Understood? Postal Bank of India. Next, the type of account where any number of transactions can be made in a day with bank is current account. Sixth one, the deposits for a fixed term can be deposited in term deposit account. The sixth one is term deposit account. Next, question answers here. What is a bank? Page number 152. Page number 152. What is a bank? Heading is there. No, below that only the para. Small para is there. So you have 2 lines. The term bank is derived from Italian word banco or French word banque. Both mean a bench or money exchange table. Next, second one, list out the characteristics relating to bank transactions. Understood? So page number 153. First you have to write the characteristics of bank transactions are. You have to write these all 11 characteristics. In dark black letters, whatever they have written, those all you have to write. All the 11. That is dealing with money, individual, firm, company, acceptance of deposits, lending, loans, payment and withdrawal, agency and utility services, profit and service orientation, ever increasing functions, connecting link, banking business, name, identity. So next is, what are the functions of a bank? See page number 154. Functions of banks. So there, functions of banks. So the functions of banks are, first one is accepting deposits from public and others, lending money to public loans and other institutions, transferring money from one place to another, that is remittances, collecting money or checks, drafts and bills. Next, discounting of bills, hiring safe deposit lockers, conducting foreign exchange transactions, keeping valuables in safe custody, issuing letters of credit and guarantee. So these are the functions of banks. So all the 10 you have to write. And in your exams, based on the marks, if they ask for 2 marks, you can write 4 or 5 functions. If they ask for 3 marks, you will write 6 or 7 functions. Understood? If they ask for 4 marks, you will write 8 to 9 functions. So it is better if you write all that you can write any. Next, explain the relationship between the banker and its customers. See a relationship between bankers and customers, page number 154. That is below functions of banks. Below, see there is the relationship between bankers and customers. See here there are mainly two. The relationship between a banker and customer falls under 2 broad categories, namely, first one is general relationship, second one is special relationship. In general relationship, again there are 3. All you have written. Primary relationship, that is debtor and creditor relationship, subsidiary relationship, that is trustee and beneficiary relationship, agent and principal relationship. All the 3 you have to write, that is under general relationship. Next, special relationship you have to write 2. Obligation to honor checks. Second one is obligation to maintain secrecy of accounts. So this all you have to write for this question. Next is 5th one. The number of saving bank account holders is increasing. Give reason. See here. The number of saving bank account holder is increasing because you have to write, and page number 156. Page number 156 is saving bank account is there, no? Heading, first one, saving bank account. That full para you will write point wise. Understood? So here you can write, this type of account is opened by salaried persons or by person who have a fixed regular income. This is first point. Second point is, this type of account is helpful for students, senior citizens, pensionaries, etc. Third one is, saving accounts are open to encourage people to save and pool their savings. Fourth point, in this there is no restriction on the number and amount of deposits. Next, the money can be withdrawn either by checks or through a withdrawal slip available in the respective bank. So the whole para you have to make point wise and write. Next, 6th one. What are the advantages of opening a bank account? So see here, last page, that is 158. Page number 158. Advantages of opening a bank account. See here, 6 points they have given. So see here, all you have to write, all the 6 points. So the advantages of opening a bank account are, in that first one is, bank account facilitates safe custody of money. Second one is, bank account helps in making payments. Third one is, bank account helps in collection of money. Fourth one is, bank account holders get advances and loans. Fifth one is, bank account helps in smooth financial transactions. Last one is, bank account holders can get safe custody deposit locker facility. So here, fill in the blanks, question answers, all I have finished. So here see, business studies first chapter, that is banking transaction, is completed. So in next video we shall start with a new lesson, that is entrepreneurship. So in next video we will start this lesson. So I will end here today. Thank you students.